Schakel. I'm a 46-year basketball coaching veteran. I've coached at every level. I've coached at the high school level. I've coached junior college, NAI, NCAA Division II, and NCAA Division I. I've got a great 30-minute video for you here today. It deals with it's a skills workout. We're going to look at dribbling the basketball, handling the basketball, passing the ball, and of course shooting the basketball. I say it's a 30-minute workout. It could be any length you want to make it. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. But it's an important thing to be able to spend time daily on your skills. We have a saying here that skills aren't built in a day, but they are built daily. And as you'll see with our demonstrators, there's probably no better example than the young people who are going to demonstrate here today. Two of them were post players in high school, but as I told them, I don't want them to be labeled as a post player. I want them to be simply known as basketball players who might happen to play in the post. The other thing I want to get across the idea is that the idea of the weak hand, the left hand being the weak hand, and that's not really the case. The left hand simply is the underused hand. And so in our drills, you'll see that we use that left hand quite a bit, so we become real comfortable with it, can use it in game situations. Finally, I want to talk about dribbling the basketball. There are two distinct types of dribblers. Just as there are two distinct types of rebounders. You've got an offensive rebounder, defensive rebounder. There are characteristics and requirements for each of those rebounding assignments, and the same thing holds true in dribbling the ball. You've got the first level I call is the sight dribbler, S-I-G-H-T, and a sight dribbler simply is a player that doesn't have a lot of confidence in dribbling the ball without seeing at least a little piece of it. And that person is not going to be a very effective player. So the other type of player, and it's a whole different kind of skill set that needs to be developed, and that's what these drills work toward doing, is the field dribbler. The field dribbler feels the ball and sees what's going on, has his attention in terms of what's going on the court. And as a result, those players tend to be great passers. And it's not that they're mechanically great, deliver great passes, it's that their head is up, they're dribbling the ball, their attention is on the court, they see an open player in a timely fashion and deliver the ball in a timely fashion. It's a play that draws lots of oohs and ahs, and it should, because this is a player that has developed their dribbling at the highest level. So at this point, what we want to do, we want to get started, and we're going to talk about drill number one right now. Drill number one is our two-ball peripheral vision drill. And just so that you know what you're going to see in here, you're going to see a player on the free throw line, and that player's eyes never leave me. I'm going to be under the basket in a black shirt. That player's eyes never leave me, and she has a basketball and I have a basketball, and she's flanked by two players on either side of the lane. You'll see their lane locations, and they continually move their way up the lane until they're directly to the right and left of the player that's on the free throw line, so we really challenge her peripheral vision. But here's what she does. As she makes a pass to one of those wings, we'll call it, I'm going to deliver a pass to her. And as soon as the ball's out of my hands, I'm going to hold up 1 through 5 fingers, and because her eyes never leave me, she has to call out what number I'm holding up. And as I change the numbers, she has to continually call out, the number that's being shown by me. On the other hand, she has to be able to catch the balls from her perimeter or peripheral passers, but she has to catch it with her peripheral vision. Again, her vision is going to be on me and not on those players. So once you see the drill unfold, I think you'll get a better idea of what I'm talking about.
1, 5, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 5.
The next drill number 2 that we're going to take a look at, is another one that really builds vision for kids. It involves each player having a basketball and each player having a tennis ball. And what each player is going to be doing is, in one hand, they're going to bounce the ball twice and then make a crossover dribble to the other hand. Now, the other hand holds a tennis ball. And so when that crossover occurs, they have to toss the ball to their partner. The ball crosses over to their other hand, and their partner also was dribbling twice and crossing over and tossing their tennis ball to their partner. And so you'll see what I'm talking about here, but basically it's going to be a bounce, bounce, crossover, toss, catch. And you can't focus on any one basketball, and so as a result, you really, again, build up your vision and your ball handling skills on drill number 2. We're going to take a look at drills 3 through 12 right now. I've got 10 ball handling drills, and they're pretty much self-explanatory. I'm not going to tell you about each one of them. I think you can take a look at them and stop action if you want to, and so on. The final drill, however, is the one. It's the leg wraparound, and you're going to see the players wrapping the ball around each leg, and then actually doing 2 balls, one around the right leg and one around the left leg. I just want to mention on that one that to be able to accomplish that drill, you have to, illegally I should mention, palm the basketball, palm it significantly to be able to make that wraparound move. So let's take a look at drills 3 through 12.
Take them a little bit lower, quick hand. Take it from the side, can swing around the side a little bit. Stays out front. Other ball stays out front the entire time. Means you're going to be switching hands at some point. Left hand. Change hand.
In drill 13, you're going to see 4 chairs angled toward the basket, and you're going to see our players performing the same dribbling move 4 times in a row. And we set it up that way so we can get, really get some repetitions in. I think the first move you're going to see is what we'll call an in and out move, and it'll be repeated by both players.
That's it, good. Okay.
Drill 14 is set up with staggered chairs, and what we're trying to work on here is we stagger the chairs so that the kids can work on change of direction moves, whether it's going to be a crossover, an in and out move, behind the back, between the legs, a spin move, or a combination of those moves. And so you'll see that as it plays out in this drill. Next.
Good.
Drill 15, we've set the chairs up in, other than the first chair, there's 8 chairs past that are set up on a double diamond pattern. And in there, we have one moving obstacle. That moving obstacle is going to be me, where the players have to dribble around. But the chairs are set pretty close together, so we're focusing on dribbling in tight spaces in this particular drill. Here we go. Good. Final drill is what I call the 5-chair drill, and we've set up chairs at each wing, just inside the 3-point line at each wing position, also at the top of the circle. And then we have 2 chairs that are in the lane, that are in the paint, and they're in line with the second hash mark below the free throw line. And what we do is we now set up a series of again, we do combination dribbles in this, but the key thing is that there's constant activity in this drill. You'll see how the kids move from one set of chairs to the other and how they work their combination moves in and everything, but it's constant activity. At some point, they're not going to be able to go hard, and they're going to need a rest. And so at one point in there, you'll see them shooting some free throws. What we do is that when our breathing is labored, we go to the free throw line and we shoot free throws until the breathing returns to normal, and then we go back and we get active again. We also are going to take a look at we've got later on, we've got what we call chair pickups, where the players are going to put the basketball, we're going to actually place the ball in the chair, make 2 steps away, come back, pick up the basketball, and then make a dribble move. You're also going to see them come off 2 staggered chairs, like come off a stagger screen. I'll be delivering a pass to them for a jumper as though they're coming off that screen. And then in the very last sequence, I've moved the 2 chairs in the lane and the lane that was at the top of the circle. I moved them about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 feet further away from the basket. And the only reason I've done that is so as we come off those obstacles, you'll see that it's a longer distance shot. The shots have been around, 10 feet or so, and now they're going to be a 15, 16-foot shot. hope that you've enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And again, I want to remind you that, our saying is that skills aren't built in a day, but they are built daily.